Greetings! My name's Rurik, and I come from a dangerous and ancient line of dwarves, sworn to order and control. As a seraph, I've taken a vow to a god that helps me channel sacred arcane power to keep my party on their feet. I may not know where fate will guide me now, but by the time the earth takes me, they'll be singing my story across the world.
Hello. The name's Scratch. I'm a swashbuckling seaborn Qatari with a devil-may-care attitude. As a rogue, I've experience with sidestepping the law, dealing with the underbelly of a city, preferring to move quickly and fight quietly. Which, if you aren't careful, can get you in a load of trouble, banished from your home and left to wander the seas. But where's life without a little bit of risk?
I'm Duyet Frostmart, a wild-born fairy ranger. As a ranger, my keen eyes and graceful haste make me indispensable in tracking down enemies and navigating the wilds with my companion, a phoenix named Issa. My rebelliously positive attitude may seem naive or innocent at times, but it is founded in the knowledge that sorrow is inevitable, but joy is worth the choice.
Hi! I'm Kiku, a seaborn ribbit. As a newly discovered sorcerer, I'm formed and shaped by the will of the arcane, and learning how to wield that power to get what I want. Not sure what that is yet, but my first teacher set me on a path of understanding. Now, with my love of the stars, I set out to discover what this world has to offer, and I hope it's a lot.
Hi, the name's Radani, aka Rain. I'm a daemon wanderborn. As a druid, I am a force of nature, preserving the balance of life and death by channeling the wilds themselves through me. I will act as nature's voice and be their steward. Right after this nap.
I am Tenzin, a fawn from the tall snowy peaks at the crown of the world. As a warrior, I run into battle without hesitation or caution, knowing I can strike down whatever enemy may stand in my path. I've been trained to keep focused even amidst the most chaotic of storms, and I've personally sworn to protect the innocent, ensuring that what happened to my son will never again happen to any child on my watch.
Hello. What is up, geeks? It's good to have you here. My name is Shauna, pronouns she, they.
I'm Joe, pronouns she, they.
I'm Matt, pronouns he, him.
I'm Amanda, pronouns she, her.
I'm Connor, pronouns he, him.
And I'm Travis, pronouns he, him.
And welcome to Supporting Roles. We're here playing a little bit of Daggerheart. Open beta.
Open beta!
And we've been having such a good time here with this cute little cast of characters. They've been traversing the wilds of Everdawn, but I kind of want to see what you guys remember of the last session. Some of you a little more traumatic than others, I think.
Yeah, trauma. That's all I remember is trauma.
Man.
Trauma and nearly dying.
Yeah, Scratch got scratched, like almost his name scratched off. It was bad. We saved him though.
We were traveling pretty well, continuing on our way. I'm up to this grove in the forest where we can find our druid, hopefully.
Right.
I believe we saw the fish jumping out at like the rock that looks like a fish.
Mm-hmm.
So we know we're on the right path. But on the way, there may or may not have been a giant like crocodile, fish, gator.
Yes, it's an
alligator.
Alligator.
Alligator, that's it.
Yeah.
That may or may not have given Scratch the go around for a little while.
Listen, when intrusive thoughts come into your brain saying, I'm gonna ride that axe.
Don't do it!
No, do it because
bad.
it's fun. Do it because it's fun for the
Just
game.
know that you might get chomped by an alligator.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe just a
bad.
But man,
Just a
everyone
little
had some
bit.
super creative moves and like great ideas that I don't know, saved his life and got us all across the water.
Great, some great tag team stuff going on. And
Not to say that you can't do super creative things in other game systems, because you totally can, but I really feel like the Daggerheart system encourages you to do bold, creative thinking and to just do it whenever you feel it's right, because there's no specific initiative.
And especially with each other.
Especially with each other. Like
I'm
tag
loving the
teaming and
tag
stuff.
team aspect that you guys got going on. It's kind of great. It's really fun to see you guys working together. Cool. Yes, you are traversing the wilds here to try and find a group of druids, as it were. And because there has been this corruption that has been plaguing some things, tell me what you remember of what the corruption looks like. Where are we at with that?
It makes you like goopy and green.
Goopy and green. Okay.
Simultaneously, it takes away free will, right? Like these creatures are like
they're definitely acting
them.
irrationally.
It's consuming them.
It seems like it takes it's a corruption that has to soak into a body. It doesn't like boom happen. So the longer it festers, the more potent it becomes.
It wants to eat and it's hungry.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you've spoken to it, it seems like it just wants to eat and consume.
Yeah.
Whenever we've spoken to creatures that have been corrupted, it's like hungry, and you're like, ooh, okay, not good.
Not only creatures though have we seen this corruption take place. We've seen it in
plants,
animals, but we've also seen it in plants.
That's actually what Tuyet talked to first, was to a
corrupted plant
that said hungry. It said help, and then it said and then another voice
kind of
said hungry, so hungry.
Yeah. Very nice. Good. All right. Good to know. All right, you guys have been moving through these woods. You were able to cross the Vale Perch River. You saw this boulder stone that with time and erosion sort of looks like a fish jumping out of the water, and you were able to follow that for quite some time, and I think you were just over the hill of where this next section is leading you to, which is the Crystal Hollow cave entrance.
Oh yeah.
And that Kiku had seen what looked like stars inside of the darkness of this cave. So, my friends here, is there anything you would like to do or say to each other before heading on into this cave?
Everybody bring your flashlights, and I'll light a little torch in front of me.
Very nice.
What's flashlight?
Oh, big old beam of light, and stick the torch out in front of me, and I'll make it shine a little bit with the storyteller's light, and off we go.
Like it.
There is a little bit of a flash that comes off of this torch, giving it its name, obviously. So, Rurik, are you leading the way in this?
I assume I will be, unless anybody else would like to.
I have good eyes, and I feel comfortable in either the front or the back, as I'm assuming you do as well, Rurik. You look like a man who...
I'm pretty sturdy.
Yes, would you like to be in the front and I can take up the rear?
Fine by me.
All right.
No, I'm a small frog. I don't want to die.
I will happily take any traveler on my shoulders that is shorter than my the height of my waist.
Good. Flips over, just flops down.
Hello, friend.
Landing on Tuyet's shoulder, Issa, her small little phoenix phoenixling familiar, lands on Tuyet's shoulder as well. Sort of puffs up a little bit.
Shoulder pie.
Excellent. Scratch, you're looking a little better now that you guys have taken some time. Where are you in this placement? Do you think?
It'd probably be
would it be between
we'll go second.
Second. Understood. I love that. Excellent.
So Kiku's third, and then I'm in the back with my shoulder pile of Tuyet and Issa.
Yes. That's correct. As you guys continue to move down the hill towards this cavern opening, I would like absolutely anybody, but only one person, so decide who, to make a instinct roll for me, please.
My instincts are not so hot.
I got a +1.
+1.
0 plus
Alright, so +1 is the highest modifier.
Yeah. So
You want it, Kiku?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Wait, you may have narratively you may have the better vantage point because you're up higher than I am.
Fair. Okay.
I see Scratch in front of me. That's what I see.
you're just looking between
Tail.
Scratch.
Constantly waving tail.
I'm just a little frog guy.
You're just doing one of these. But
Kiku, you just let us know when Scratch goes off bottle brush, all right?
You will, because you'll see me spring over your head behind you.
Tuyet, what are you perceiving at the moment?
I don't know. I'm rolling.
Okay.
That is a 18 with hope.
Woohoo!
Wow.
That sounds good. Take a hope.
That sounds really good. Take a hope. Gain that hope back. As you move towards this area, what you're noticing is right outside the cavern entrance, it sort of opens up, and there's not a lot of brush or tree. It kind of sits into a clearing, as it were, before this cave opens up. You look and you're not seeing any sort of like tracks or anything coming in and out of here. So it doesn't look like it's inhabited by any sort of wild animal or per se.
I just probably no, she wouldn't say anything if there's nothing dangerous. She's just
moving
chilling
forward.
Yep.
Excellent.
No need to give any warning, so.
Yeah. As you guys move forward and actually crest the opening of the Crystal Hollow, beautiful light, soft, begins to refract in places. There seems to be stones and crystal formations coming out of the walls and the ceiling, as well as some bioluminescence ahead, and what looks like a little bit of torchlight in places.
Would that be torchlight that's like fallen over or hanging? Torchlight.
It seems like it's staked into the ground, and it kind of comes up. Think almost like a tiki torch, that is long and has just a little bit of light that seems to magically be continuous.
Okay.
As you begin to move forward into this area, you're noticing this tunnel itself seems to be fairly wide. You could probably fit all of you guys shoulder to shoulder across if you wanted to. So it's not a narrow, cramped looking space. However, there are spots that jut out and have a lot bigger formations of these crystal-like rock faces. And then the bioluminescence is now starting to actually form, and your eyes are starting to adjust. And it seems like there are these beautiful mush caps that happen to be growing within this cavern as well. Some of them absolutely teeny tiny, growing through and in the cracks of some of the crystalline veins that are happening, but also massive, all the way up to probably 7, 8, 9 feet tall. Kiku.
Seeing some of that Kiku's and be like, to any cave, crystal, or mushroom gods, we respect you like we did your mud brethren. Please let us pass.
You wait.
If you look
It's
back,
quiet.
Tenzin just gives you a little nod of approval.
You wait and look around, and nothing really.
Okay. You know, it's not that you're afraid to be alone in something. It's that you're afraid you're not alone in something. So I was worried we weren't alone.
It is very wise.
10. As you guys begin to start moving down this cavern, it begins to switch back and move at a grade, a slow slope going down. You turn a few areas. There's alcoves of what seems like a whole section that has just been covered in mush caps. All different colors and sizes. They seem to live relatively harmoniously in here. And that light that they give off, along with the light of the torch, is what is refracting off of the crystals and making it look almost like starlight.
Are there any snow sprites or whatever the rest of the world calls them?
Iridescence.
Iridescents. Are there any iridescents around?
Go ahead and give me an instinct roll.
Yeah. +1. Woo-hoo! That is really freaking good. It is a 24 with fear.
24? How did you do that?
I rolled a 12 and an 11.
Oh,
wow. And I have a +1. So 24 with fear.
24, but with fear.
Yeah.
I think that within this area, as you move further and further into this crystal hollow, the more and more certain you become. There are no iridescents here.
There are no spirits, no snow sprites, no iridescence here. There is the torch.
Tuyet, do you see any tracks of people that could have come here, that would have put those torches up? This place seems to be devoid of spirits, but there is at least one sign of life in here. I can track, but you are better at it than I am.
Do I see anything new? Like, has anything changed? Because I didn't see anything the first time I looked.
So, at the front of this cavern, there hasn't been any sort of tracks whatsoever. You have definitely not seen any humanoid footprints around. If you want to look even further into that, though, I would need either an instinct or a knowledge roll.
Can I help her and offer advantage? Since I pointed out maybe we can 100%. Look for other things like packs or crumbs or a piece of cloth that fell off or something.
Right.
Okay. I guess I'll go instinct again.
Okay.
And I have advantage?
Yeah.
You do.
Okay. That's a 16 with hope.
16 with hope. I think that what you find is there's no humanoid or even like ribbit or any sort of person's footprints through here.
Even hooves like mine?
Even hooves.
Okay.
But there's that sense of light. And you do know that going through this cavern system should spill out into the Druid Circle. So perhaps it's just been covered up.
Are there any plants or anything in here? Is there anything?
Just the mushrooms? Or anything else?
Yeah.
Would you roll me a knowledge roll?
Okay.
I like it. And do you want to add anything to this, or? Don't forget, you guys can add experience if you spend a hope to do so. And of course,
and if the experience makes sense,
fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Can I add survivalist?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Is it one of those situations like when you're out to sea and you're far from port, you can clearly see the stars, right? But when you're in port, you can't see the stars very clearly because you got all the lantern light from the town and the city. Is this one of those situations? Or do I have smoke coming out of my butt?
Kiku would tell us if there was smoke coming out of your
no smoke, but
no,
I didn't know that was something I should be aware of. Should I not stand behind you?
No. It's a turn of phrase my old captain used to say.
It is quite a phrase.
It means I don't know what I'm talking about in any way, shape, or form, and I'm just blowing smoke.
We say there is wind in our ears, where I am from.
Wind in your ears.
Yes.
It's dishonorable to lie where I come from.
Interesting. Not even like pedantically. I think that's the word.
Very clear cut. Pretty much everywhere.
That's so sad.
What did you roll?
Wow. I rolled a 14 with fear.
14 with fear. Interesting.
Rurik, does that include the stories you tell?
Oh, well, I assume all the stories are true at some point.
Okay. I'm going to immediately use the spear.
Oh.
And I'm going to start something that we haven't implemented in the game yet. It's a new mechanic that that we're going to be putting into play right now, which is called countdown.
What?
I have a countdown. You have the little D4.
Hard pass.
That sounds awesome.
Nice try. That I'm going to begin by using one of those fear dice. What I'm going to tell you is there seems to be, other than the like mush caps and stuff in here, there's a little bit of lichen, sort of like a mossy kind of sections of the cavern that are kind of tucked and sequestered away. But other than, like, it doesn't look like these caps have been eaten on necessarily, or bites taken out of or whatnot. But there is a sort of there's a little bit of a moisture to where the lichen and whatnot is, that is just kind of covering parts of the alcove and the wall that they come in and reside in.
Okay. We are trying to come through water, right? Dave? Sorry, brain processing.
You know that the river's not too far from here that you have just crossed.
I was trying to look at the path we were taking. I'm trying to find it.
Sure.
Why don't I have it? Go ahead if somebody else has an idea. I'm searching, like I'm searching my notes right now, and I'm not.
Absolutely. That is what a GM loves to hear. I'm searching my notes right now. That is what we like to hear. Scratch, go ahead.
With that thought occurring, with he doesn't have the word for light pollution, but that's what he's thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go into his pack and pull out like one of his blankets and drape it over him and one of the mushrooms so no light is getting in. Does the mushroom illuminate in the darkness?
It does. There is spots that these mushrooms tend to give off some kind of bioluminescence, but not all of them.
Does it still work if you take a piece from the mushroom?
Right. Say that again, Rurik.
Does it still work if you take a piece from the mushroom? Does it like still glow?
Would you be able to roll me a knowledge roll?
Sure.
Is it a specific species of mushroom?
19 with fear.
19 with fear. Amazing. I'm gonna flip my counter. With a 19, Rurik, you feel like if there was a way that you could take down one of these bioluminescent species, they do seem to be relatively specific species. Man, that was hard to say. That you could probably use it just as like holding on to it, but it might lose that bioluminescence. However, there's a possibility that it could be like crushed into something, into like a powder or whatnot.
Can I just like get a handful and stuff them in a bag for later?
If you're gonna try and get a handful, I need I need a finesse roll from you.
Yeah, I'm really good at finesse.
Okay. Tenzin.
I would like to put out the torch and see if, when the torch is gone, if the light from the mushrooms like create a path that we should follow.
Okay.
That was where my brain was going.
Okay, good.
But I'd like to see how Rurik does on picking these. If it doesn't go so well, I'd like to try it myself with my rogue ability pick and pull.
Okay. Rurik, how did it go? 12?
12 with hope.
Okay, so you're able to get maybe like a small little stalk of this mush cap. And as you're able to cut it off and it sits in your hand, it immediately starts to lose the moisture that it has, and it kind of begins to shrivel and go dry, which you kind of crush up into your hands. And it doesn't make a whole lot. You would have to get a bigger stock of this.
There would have to be a lot.
But this definitely seems like something that you could do. As the Tenzin, as you douse your torch, just to see if a little less light here could actually illuminate something.
I was going to use fabric, not water, if that makes a difference, so I can quickly light it again if it needs to be lit.
Okay. You cover that, and there's definitely moments that you can see specific spots of this mush cap that is growing down the way, and it does kind of move and create a little bit of a path moving forward.
Does the moisture follow that path, or is it just located in those little...
The moisture is in that path in some spots, but not always. It does kind of move into more darker areas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we follow in this direction? Do we get any sense, GM, that there is a countdown going, like steps are getting louder or anything like that? Do we have any sort of reason why we should be thinking go faster?
Cool.
Okay.
At this point, no.
Awesome.
Just meta. Got you. Understood.
Just meta at this moment.
Okay, great.
Cool.
The
sense of
dousing
urgency in
and
the
the
characters?
changing of light.
Yes.
Are any of the points that are reflecting, all of that, are they changing or do they seem kind of constant? Like, are the light points that are hitting the walls and ceilings, does it actually make like actual constellations, or just the illusion of like one of those like sensory lights that just creates an ever-changing like vibe?
Very cool.
That's so cool.
Can you give me a knowledge roll, please?
I will attempt it.
Don't
do
you
you
love
wanna add
having
anything to
an
this?
astronomer?
I have
player?
astronomer and I have magic studies, so
I would say the way that you were asking it towards me, go ahead and add astronomer.
okay. And you wanted a knowledge roll, correct?
I do.
Sweet, I can attend. Knowledge roll. That's an 18 with fear.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Well, it's an 18 at least.
Yep,
It
and with my
18.
Seaborn
With the
ability, I'm gonna
countdown.
With
with
the
my
countdown.
Seaborn ability, I'm gonna pocket that fear for a token.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Take that token.
With an 18, I will say that as soon as that light gets doused and these mush caps begin to glow and move into the area, you find that the mush caps are leading you in a sort of direction, that they are almost lighting your way in a way. But as you look up and you look at the crystals that are refracting this light off of the top on the ceiling, you are getting what seems like a constant little bit of refraction of light back. but further behind you, the light twinkles for a second. It moves. Now your party is aware of something. And it is the light moving. And it is moving behind you. All the light that is steady from the top and from this pathway is stationary and unmoving. It is a singular points of light that are coming off of the area. However, the ones behind you are the ones that seem to fizzle and fade for a moment and flicker.
Guys. I asked Cave, Crystal, and Mushrooms. I forgot about light spirits. There's something behind us and it's moving. I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, light's kind of good, right? But fire's bad. So is this good light, bad light, fire light? I don't know.
I'll call my axe to my hand.
I'm going to turn around and look back and like walk backwards the whole thing. And I'm going to say I'm pretty good at this. I do this kind of thing as a scout a lot.
Sure.
We should get moving. And I'm getting my bow out.
Excellent. I am going to spend that fear. Would you...
Are we moving? Are we moving forward?
You guys are moving forward.
Slowly, I'm assuming, unless you're moving quickly.
What do y'all think?
Cautiously, but in a brisk pace.
Quickly, are we stage ninja-ing?
We are
stage
purposely power walking.
Yeah.
We're like
with
stage
purpose.
ninja-ing. We're
Sure.
walking with purpose, but
Yeah,
we're
but
trying
to
to
keep it quiet. We realized that, you know,
okay.
we couldn't do like a totally stealth thing here.
100%. 100% as
the rogue would like to.
No smoke. No smoke. No smoke on my butt. No smoke. No smoke.
No
No
smoke.
smoke. No smoke.
Now Scratch's tail is starting to get.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Can I get an instinct roll from Tenzin, please?
Oh, from me, huh?
Yes.
As Tenzin's facing backwards and walking
Yes.
backwards, Tuyet's facing forward. So definitely has turned her body to keep track of the lights and is following where the steady lights are going.
Cool.
Enough people are looking behind us.
Beautiful.
15 with fear.
15 with fear. Tenzin, as you turn around and are slowly walking past, what you're noticing is your gaze starts where Kiku was looking, up towards the crystals, where the light is refracting and moving and flickering. And then the lights up on the crystals begin to glow stronger and stronger. And as you start keeping your eye on that, trying to figure out,
I alert the rest of my party, Tuyet, Kiku, who are close
as you
enough to
guys
me.
are looking up and seeing this glow begin, your first thought is it the crystals? Are the crystals beginning to react in some way to something? But the light wasn't coming from the crystals to begin with. It was coming from the mush caps. And as you look down, Tenzin, from not looking at the ceiling, but looking down to where you were, you notice some of the mush caps, not just the ones that glow with the bioluminescence, but these massive mush caps that are in here have begin to swell and given themselves such a swollen thing until
Everyone cover your mouth!
I need everybody to please make me an agility roll.
Oh, man.
Ooh, also a really good skill of mine. The best, probably. 12 with fear.
12 with fear.
16 with fear.
16 passes.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a hope to use feline instincts. Before you make an agility roll, you can spend any number of hope, adding +1 to the roll result for each hope you spend.
How many hope are you spending?
I'm only spending 1.
1, okay.
Oh, crit! 2 3s.
Nice.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Okay.
21 with fear.
Oh, damn.
With fear. You passed.
I bet, yeah, ooh, did I?
And Tenzin?
I have a question. I have a couple of things here that I don't know whether or not can apply to the situation.
Okay.
My first one, because I'm Ridgeborn community, you have advantage on rolls to traverse dangerous cliffs and ledges, navigate harsh environments, and use your survival knowledge.
Okay.
And my other one is the Fawn Ancestry Leap. You can easily leap up to a close range across gaps or chasms without making an agility roll. And I think that is that specifically for like combat encounters to get like into a close range, or
not necessarily, but that seems more like the ground or the whatever you are trying to traverse
for the leap.
For that leap, yes.
Okay.
So I would use the first one.
The steady.
Yes.
Okay. So I can use I advantage. Okay.
Spend a hope, right?
All right. Does not say that. No.
Ooh, okay. Lucky you.
I just have it as a Ridgeborn.
It's a feature. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, so I take the larger of the 2 hopes, right?
Correct. Well, you can take whichever one you want.
The larger, whichever 2 I prefer. Okay, got you.
Because if the lower one is actually a crit with what the fear
understood,
is, you would
got
want
you.
that. So.
Okay. So I take whichever one I want to of the hope.
The 2 hopes.
And then my fear. Okay, so
and
then that's 19 on the die, and this is what, agility? So 20. 20 with hope.
Okay, you may take a hope. You pass.
Cool.
So it seems like it's Rurik that is the only one that kind of
Down
really
here
gets
with me
caught.
and my 12.
Yep, gets caught in this. Spores begin to kind of move out throughout this area and kind of cover in a sort of territorial sort of way. Rurik, you aren't able to get out of it in enough time, and you definitely breathe in some of this, which means you are going to be considered vulnerable for the foreseeable future.
Until the end of the next short rest or something?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Damn. And what does vulnerable do again?
Vulnerable means that if something is trying to hit Rurik as a target, they have advantage.
Okay.
They can hear him wheezing, basically.
Got you. I see it up. I see it up in the conditions.
Help.
On
Yes.
demi-plane. It's up in the conditions, upper right hand corner next to level. Okay.
Okay. Can Tuyet... Are the mushrooms still following us, or did they do that and then they just stayed put?
They sort of just up to basically where you guys were before you leaped out of the way. They are just clearing the area, basically trying to keep you guys not in a section for far too long.
And as they do this, poof, it does kind of give off like a little bit of gust, and the sand that is on this floor kind of out.
It's a fuck off fart.
This might be why you aren't seeing any tracks on the ground.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and spend a stress to take flight off of Tenzin's shoulder and start to just kind of zoom forward, using my Lightfoot ability to. My movement is naturally silent, so I have advantage on rolls to move without being heard. So I'm not trying to be heard, but I'm just going ahead, trying to. I'm knowing the party's probably going to follow anyway, because where else are they going to go? Right. Trying to get a view of where we're going,
of which direction and whatnot. Perfect.
I'm gonna pull out some fabric. I have a bunch of different fabric in my pack that I use like to wrap in the snow and the wind and stuff, to wrap around my face and things. And so I'm gonna pull some of those off and pass them out to everyone, so we can tie something around our nose and our mouth if we run into more of these spores.
Perfect. Scratch, you had said before that you were thinking about cutting some more of these stalks, possibly, if Rick didn't have any. Is that still a thing you would like to do, or have we...
Nope. The plan is to get the fuck out of here. Don't like this.
Okay.
Nope. I'm not spending any more time.
No. Excellent. I'll say then that Rorik, moving back to where you were with this, you sort of cover your mouth and are given a scarf to place around, and as you do that, as you place this scarf around your hand that is covered in that powder, has kind of given a little bit of residue on the scarf that you have, and you've got a little bit left in your hand. This is a half a serving of agaric powder. It is It is in your magic items channel, so that you guys can see what that sort of does, if you would like.
I was wondering why I just got a Discord page.
Perfect.
I might try it later, like once we're like further away. But the immediate response is, I'd like to not be here.
Yeah, I don't want to breathe this. Cool. As you move through, Tuyet, can I get a instinct roll from you, please?
Can I use survivalist again, or
absolutely? If you spend that hope, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
That is not great. 9 on hope.
9 on hope. Okay. There's definitely areas where this tunnel begins to split and fork, and you can get up to a certain area before it gets really confusing which tunnel, which way you should go through and traverse this cavern. Issa sort of looks at you, sees that you guys have been like putting using light and then taking light away, and she just kind of like curls a little further down into your clothing to sort of hide her natural flame that comes from her. Your group is not too far behind you, but you might need a little bit of their assistance moving forward. But you've moved them a good ways into this cavern, following through before this conundrum hits you. Scratch.
Real quick, back earlier when I crit, I'm trying to remember what else I needed to do. I know I got one hope back. What else was there? I knew there was something else with the crit. New system, who dis?
New system. This is what we do this for.
Also, open beta update tomorrow.
It's true.
Yeah, another update tomorrow.
Yeah, some of this stuff is gonna be obsolete, y'all.
But that's okay.
We'll have new things, new toys to play with.
Okay, advantage, disadvantage, blah, blah, blah. If anybody finds it before me, please yell it out.
Isn't it lose a stress and gain a hope?
I think that's what
That's
it
what
is.
I thought, but I wanted to be sure.
I think you're correct.
Whenever you make a duality roll, if both dice roll the same number, you roll a critical success. Yeah. Not only does a critical success on an action roll count as a roll with hope, but you also clear a stress.
Cool.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you. That was what I needed to know.
Perfect. Okay.
So sorry. Carry on.
No worries. The lot of you catch up with Tuyet and Issa sort of at this fork within the cavern. How are you going to figure which way to go?
Can the mushrooms show us?
So what you're noticing is there is one of those like tiki torches that is right in the center of where all of these spokes are coming from. And as you douse, there is one section where these mushrooms, these mush caps are headed towards. And they seem to be growing quite taller and stronger here.
The spore poofy ones?
The spore poofy ones.
Can Tuyet just put her hand up and walk carefully towards one of the mushrooms? And we are friends. We're not here to cause harm. Is this the way we should go? Yeah. And she's using nature's tongue.
I love it. Okay, perfect.
So,
shoot.
So spellcast roll. Whenever you make a spellcast roll, it's a natural environment, so I can spend a hope before the roll to add another +1. This is. I'm hoping they clarify this because it's a little confusing on how these rolls work. So I guess it's that. So you want me to roll? Is that correct?
Yes, please. Yep.
Okay, that is an 11 on the hope. So I get my hope back. And you can speak the language of hidden natural world. When you want to speak to plants and animals around you, make an instinct roll 12. On a success, they'll give you the information they know. With fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost. So technically, I don't think that's a success. Trying to see if
it's with hope. So
it is with hope, but there's a 12 next to it. That's where I get confused. I'm not really sure what that means.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It says instinct roll parentheses 12. So
maybe that's the flat DC.
Like maybe that's the DC.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think, but it's kind of weird.
Did you want to add a different experience with this as well, or
yeah, I would have added survival. I didn't think to ask to add survivalist as well, so I'll spend
those
another
things
hope.
can stack if you're using like a feature and you can use an experience and you have the hope to do that, then those things can stack for sure.
Then that would move me to a 13 with
13. Hope. Okay. And what are you saying to our lovely little mush caps?
I was we are not here to hurt you. Is this the way? We're trying to find the druids. Is this the way we go?
These mush caps, they're quiet for a second. And then all of a sudden they kind of dim a little bit, but all of them within this section sort of dim as they talk to you, and they go, "You don't hurt?"
No. I don't even know that Tuette saw that Scratch did that. She was looking ahead,
Yeah.
so.
Right.
We mean no harm. We are trying to save. There is something unnatural attacking.
Yes.
We seek help from the druids.
Oh, yes. Yes. I can show you the way.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
Let us show you the way. And it seems like with this dimming, all of you guys are just seeing Tuyet sort of commune for a second with this mushroom cluster, and is really close to the point where if that thing blew up in her face, it would be bad. And the light dims and it stays quiet for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, down the way, is a light cluster that begins to glow, and then further down the way, another one, as it shows one section and goes, "This way leads to the grove."
Tuette just reaches out and places a hand gently on the stalk. Just a silent thank you for a moment, and then zooms back up and sits back on Tenzin's shoulder.
Perfect.
That way. It is a path. Do not harm them. She just kind of looks at everybody like, duh.
I'm glad you told me. I was considering doing something to make the explosion happen before we got there. I am happy that you can have a less violent solution.
Yes. Maybe do not always start by cutting things. Sometimes it is wise, other times not. They know of the corruption, so we must go.
As you begin to move down this way, yes.
When she speaks, is it like a weird language, or is it just her voice, or is it telepathic?
It's just telepathic.
What you guys got was just telepathic.
Yeah, what you guys got was she got really close to those mush caps. Quiet. They sort of dimmed with their luminescence, and now they are deliberately lighting to show a way.
As we're going away, Kiku's gonna be like, "So they're not verbal, man. You gotta bow, talk to them. How do you please all these spirits? How do you keep all the rules?" And he's gonna keep walking forward.
As you guys move through this tunnel that these mush caps have told you light the way, there are a few of these magical torches that have been placed out, but you notice that after a while, around these torches sits maybe a foot or so off the ground, just like a small, heavy sort of mist or fog that sits kind of green and begins to form in pockets, and they seem to be around those torches.
It's like a mist around the.
Yeah, it's like having like a mist that's green, like a slow fog, like a fog machine kind of thing. If all the fog was attracted and moving and
So
staying under those torches.
Does this seem almost like bugs to a zapper type thing? Does it seem like it's something that is like collecting there? Like, I guess the question is, are these torches there as like a containment unit, or is this more like, does the mist also seem threatening? Should we be worried? Is it the same green? Is it the same green as the corruption? Like, are all green tones evil? Like, you know, yeah.
Kiko's got a lot of things going through his head.
There's a lot going on, man.
Can I get a knowledge roll from Kiku on
gosh,
this?
I'll try.
And did you want to add anything to this or no?
Can I use magic studies for this one?
Absolutely.
Cool. And you wanted a knowledge.
A knowledge.
And I will add
knowledge, please.
Come on, dice. 11 with hope.
11 with hope. Okay. It seems like it is keeping it clustered, like moved away. For whatever reason, they sort of condensate towards where these torches are. You think if the torches weren't there, that it might spread throughout the room. However, with an 11, I think you aren't exactly sure if that would be a good or a bad thing.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm paranoid about all things green. I mean, not all things green are bad. I don't know, kind of green. Am I bad? Wait, am I bad? Am I corrupted? No. So torches probably good, keeping stuff contained. Let's leave them contained. Let's not mess with that. I don't want to try that theory right now. But creepy. Green, right? Green. Am I corrupted? Am I? No. I'm cyclic. I'm circling. Ah!
Kiku. Kiku.
Yes. Hi.
You are fine. You are good.
Am I?
Let's go.
Should I quickly, like, scurry back and relight the torches that we took out?
Don't split the party, because I don't know if there's any mist back there now, because we may have attracted some. So, forward?
Fair point.
And with that...
See, this is why you're good.
Tuyet's keeping her eye on... Tuyet's keeping her eye on the path that the mushrooms told her. Like, she's looking for the next, you know...
I love it. I absolutely love it. And with that, just for our lovely little exploring moment down this cavern, can I have you guys move over to roll 2?
Oh boy, you made this dark.
Yeah, of course I did. I tried to anyway.
I love it.
So I put you in the order.
Tenzin were up front, right? Or no?
No, you guys were in the rear.
Back.
Oh, okay.
Rurik is the one who's
I figured Rurik is still in front right now, unless there's any objections.
Yep.
Perfect.
There's a slight franticness to Kiku, like kind of like darting from side to side, front to back, but I know you can't represent that in the 2D stationary map, but just for visuals.
Okay.
He's a little jumpy.
He's just a little jumpy. Got it. Just a little jumpy guy.
Thank you. I got my one pun glare. I am good for the night. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you next week.
I love it. As you guys move through this cavern, you can see where these mushcaps have clustered and are are stationary within these areas, as well as the torchlight that is in front of you, and where those mists are beginning to kind of cluster and move around. What's the plan of action? How do we want to explore?
Continue
carefully.
Forward. I see no objection.
Perfect. You
avoiding the green mist at all possible.
Cool.
Yeah.
We have to shimmy a little. We have to, like, you know,
guys are moving.
Lasers under it.
I'd like to use some hardcore parkour.
Hardcore
to just
parkour.
not like I feel maybe because Lord of the Rings has been on my brain recently, I wonder why. But very Gimli going through the in the tunnels with all the smoke that would just rise, and he's just like, no, like
No,
that's very how Scratch is right now. The tail is poofed, and he's like, I don't like this. This is creepifying and weird.
Can I get an agility roll from Scratch then?
Oh, 100%.
Scratch, is this the smoke coming out of your butt you were talking about? It's a little green.
I must have eaten something bad. I am going to spend a hope for feline agility for that +1, and can I also spend a hope for swashbuckler?
I will allow it.
Okay. So a total of +3 plus agility, so 4. +4 to the roll. Okay. 14 with hope.
14 with hope. I think that you definitely see, like, there's a way that if I go up and I grab a hold of all of these crystalline rock faces, and I could move up that way, and then all I'd have to do is jump from there to there. And then you look at the party you're with, and you're looking at a small ribbit and a very stout dwarf man. Tenzin should be fairly okay. I mean,
And Tuya can fly, she's fine.
And Tuya, it's fine. But
These
the other
two,
that might be a little harder. So you start thinking a little more. And there's definitely, you can get quite a ways into the middle of this map. Probably about here. You guys can move all the way up to about there. And if you are following the way Scratch has told you to go.
Right, think I got away. So just follow my steps. Should be easy peasy. Promise. And he's doing like almost kid like kind of jumps and pirouettes and whatnot. Still making it fun and whatnot, but like try to keep the skills level to kid level for Kiku and Rurik to be able to follow with their much smaller, less lanky legs.
We do our best.
I mean, Kiku can jump pretty well as a ribbit, right?
I'm a frog!
True.
I'm more excited about our dwarf friend.
It's that. It's the dwarf. It's the dwarf in this case, who has been coughing into a
G-Sports. Oh, wow.
Thing this whole time. So yes, you guys can move all the way up to where Scratch is at this point.
All right.
If you
by the time Rurik gets to me, I'm just gonna hand him over a water skin. It's like I hope this helps. Don't think it will though.
I'll fight the fungi in any way I can.
Hey, if they can't realize you're a pretty fun guy, I don't know what hit them.
Don't rest back.
I love it.
We're not using the action tracker yet, are we, Shauna?
We are not.
Okay.
We're in an exploration
mode. Exploration mode at this point.
Okay.
I have a feeling in about 10 minutes we might be hitting combat.
Well, you never know.
If we don't speak its name, it shall not appear.
Right?
Is that how that goes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I spend a hope, can I have it be that way?
Nice try.
Can I combo attack with the DM to make combat go away?
Oh no.
No?
Nice try, but no.
I'll give you 3 hope. We'll make this work and just.
I don't eat hope. I eat fear. You know that.
I have fear tokens too from when I do bad. Can I give those to you?
No.
Try.
He gets to do shit.
I know.
As you guys move up into this area, you're noticing that this fog is definitely moving towards where light
seems to be, and separates and almost, like I said, condensates around those areas, including like small mush caps that can't help but give off some kind of phosphorescence. But there's also fog here, which you listen, and it sounds like there might be a little bit of some kind of rushing water somewhere close, or a little trickle of water at least. There seems to be some kind of moisture coming in through this. Scratch.
Couple things. I'm a little nervous, and I've got a little bit of stress. So I'm going to pull out of my pack a stamina potion and drink it to clear 1d4 stress. Start with that first. 3. Cool. Clear 3 stress.
Buddy.
And then I would like to take out my 50 feet of rope and tie it to my torch and light it and be able to toss the torch into that darkness. And if it goes out, we've hit water. If it doesn't, it hits land. We can see, and it's attracting. We can pull it back and throw it somewhere we don't want it.
Freaking brilliant, my man.
Like it.
I'm going fishing on land, mates. Let's go.
Can I get an agility roll from you? No, I want a finesse roll from you.
A finesse roll, absolutely.
Yes,
I also just like you. Like I cast fire at darkness.
I love it so much.
All right. Ooh, very nice. 19 plus.
Okay.
21. 12 plus 7 plus 2.
21.
21.
Yep.
With hope.
Nice.
21 with hope. Take a hope, please.
Woo-hoo.
And as you take this light, toss it down a ways.
Ooh.
Dope.
Ooh.
Very cool.
You definitely begin to see a lot more of this cavern.
And it doesn't go back out. We have not hit water, right?
We've not hit any sort of water.
Okay.
Are you leaving it where it's at? Because it's kind of just a torch that has a rope on it that has kind of hit the ground in front. It's sort of a little bit in front of what looks like a giant mush cap.
The blue one?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be giving off any sort of bioluminescence here. It just is what looks like, you know, the size of a patio umbrella within the area.
Can I wait a moment to see how long it takes for the mist to react? Because we're kind of like nestled nicely in between the lights right now. And so I'd like to see if I need to like pull it back quickly and throw it away quickly. Or
Got it.
if it's okay, we've got some time to traverse before we have to adjust where the light is.
100%. As you take in where the light is and you sort of look over to where this mist sort of sits around these other torches that have been here, you can see that it's like extremely slowly starting to break off in spots and dissipate and sort of move towards that area. It's going to take a while for this mist to get to it. So you guys would have a fair bit of time.
Okay.
Are you still leaving it there? Are you bringing it to you? How are we doing this?
I think I'm gonna leave it there. Still leave it attached to the rope and hang on to one end so that we can traverse, and then once we get to our destination, if I want to, I can pull it back.
I love it. Okay. Amazing. So you guys can basically move to you tossed it about there, if I'm correct. If you guys can move all the way up to this area. And
Nice.
Who is has the order switched at all? Do you think? Or would Rurik still be in the front?
I'm still cool with being if nobody else wants to be, or if nobody else has any reason
I
to
can
be.
literally hang onto the rope above his head.
Okay.
I'm still calling for
directly
safety.
behind him.
Still calling for safety in the middle. I hope.
I love that. You hope.
I hope.
As you guys move to this area, you get closer and you can see very softly a little bit of that mist that's kind of creeping away from those areas and coming towards the torch that you have here. But super slow. And Kiku, as you look around this area, there's definitely moisture. There's moisture coming from parts of the wall, and there's even little dots and puddles on the ground at this point. You're starting to see a lot more moisture.
Does the fabric we've wrapped around our faces seem to help at all with the mist? I'm sorry, I missed it. There's been a lot of tech stuff I've had to see to. Is the mist similar to the spores? Or is it just like it hasn't done green anything. We're not sure yet?
Yeah, we're not sure if it's a good or a bad mist.
You.
We just know that it is seemingly attracted to forms of light.
Gotcha.
At this point, and it does move at a relatively slow pace.
And they don't seem to be like iridescence of a kind, do they?
The mist? No.
Okay.
Good question, though. As you guys move into this spot, mostly just the torchlight in this area. There's not many bioluminescent mushcaps within this spot, as it seems like those the mist covers those things, or they don't want the mist to be attracted to the area. You can feel and smell a sort of like dank smell that hits your nose, and there might be a little bit of like a temperature change further up ahead. You think that you're probably relatively close, but you don't know how close. But it does seem like this cavern is probably gonna at some time seep out into where air is.
I hate to ask the question, is there light at the end of the tunnel at all?
You aren't close enough to the end of the tunnel to be able to see a light yet. That's a good question. Just Scratch. Sort of feeling that temperature change and then getting that sort of sensory smell.
Scratch, do you want to cast out again?
Right, I can do that, yeah. I think I'm gonna toss it over, if it'll ping. Will you let me ping? Over here. So it's already kind of in the mist, so it'll stay there, and we know where to avoid, but we can still see a bit further out. You know?
Okay. I like it. Can I get another one of those agility?
Yes, please. Absolutely. Can I once again spend a hope to add swashbuckler?
You may.
Okay. so close to a crit. That was a 9 and a 6. So that's 15. And you said finesse or agility?
It is a finesse.
It was finesse last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Sorry, my bad.
17 with hope.
17 with hope. Oh, interesting. Okay. That just means I'm gonna have to use one of my things. As you move and begin to toss this torch over to this area. It sort of scrapes the top. You throw really high and it scrapes the top of the cavern wall, but does hit over into that area, and it kind of ting 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 ting. A little bit of it looks like the torchlight is about to go out, but it actually keeps steady, and the mist moves over into that area. Kiku, it's about this moment where you feel a little dribble on your shoulder. And as you look up, coagulating and onto the ground next to you. I love it.
Shauna.
I love it.
You're gonna jello us?
It becomes a giant ooze-like figure, green and sickly, as it and begins to loom over you. And that is where we're gonna take our break.
Your toxic glove.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
I don't want your toxic glove. No.
I'm gonna give my players here a little bit of time to get themselves together. I'm gonna give our geeks here a little bit of time to grab something to drink, go to the bathroom, do what you'd like to, and we will be back very, very soon. Stay tuned.
Greetings! My name's Rurik, and I come from a dangerous and ancient line of dwarves, sworn to order and control. As a seraph, I've taken a vow to a god that helps me channel sacred arcane power to keep my party on their feet. I may not know where fate will guide me now, but by the time the earth takes me, they'll be singing my story across the world.
Hello, hello, hello. The name's Scratch. I'm a swashbuckling seaborn Qatari with a devil-may-care attitude. As a rogue, I've experience with sidestepping the law, dealing with the underbelly of a city, preferring to move quickly and fight quietly. Which, if you aren't careful, can get you in a load of trouble, banished from your home and left to wander the seas. But where's life without a little bit of risk?
I'm Tuyet Frostmart, a wild-born fairy ranger. As a ranger, my keen eyes and graceful haste make me indispensable in tracking down enemies and navigating the wilds with my companion, a phoenix named Isa. My rebelliously positive attitude may seem naive or innocent at times, but it is founded in the knowledge that sorrow is inevitable, but joy is worth the choice.
Hi! I'm Kiku, a seaborn rivet. As a newly discovered sorcerer, I'm formed and shaped by the will of the arcane, and learning how to wield that power to get what I want. Not sure what that is yet, but my first teacher set me on a path of understanding. Now, with my love of the stars, I set out to discover what this world has to offer, and I hope it's a lot.
Hi, the name's Radani, aka Rain. I'm a Daemon Wanderborn. As a druid, I am a force of nature, preserving the balance of life and death by channeling the wilds themselves through me. I will act as nature's voice and be their steward. Right after this nap.
I am Tenzin, a fawn from the tall snowy peaks at the crown of the world. As a warrior, I run into battle without hesitation or caution, knowing I can strike down whatever enemy may stand in my path. I have been trained to keep focused even amidst the most chaotic of storms, and I've personally sworn to protect the innocent, ensuring that what happened to my son will never again happen to any child on my watch.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, geeks. We're glad that you're here. Where we last left off, this band of adventurers have been traversing the Crystal Hollow, a cavernous sort of set of tunnels. Met and dealt with bioluminescent mushcaps, dealing with some strange mist that seems to be attracted to light, and now there has been a giant green ooze that has onto the cavern floor from the ceiling right next to Kiku. I'm gonna say immediately right off, this friend here is gonna reach down. Friend, I consider him a friend. I would consider them a friend. Is just gonna sort of reach out, and it sort of forms what looks like some kind of appendage that is gonna come and grab a hold of Kiku. Let's see if we make an attack.
Probably.
We don't know. Does it 13?
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay.
As a sorcerer, I'm squishy. I'm a magic user.
It is going to deal. Oh, man. Crappy roll.
5 points of healing.
You wish. 3 points of magical damage.
Okay, that
as
is
it swipes and just seems to, like, as it hits you in the back, it sort of knocks the wind out of you a little bit. But then as you go and breathe forward, it and moves you into it. You are enveloped. And I need you to take 2 stress right now.
Super oozed.
Gross.
You've been
that
slimed.
sucks.
How about no?
That's what you guys gonna do about it?
Ow.
Al? Let me put this to the back so that we can see our friend here.
If Kiku is inside of it, would that make Kiku in melee with it?
I hope so.
I mean, possibly. I don't know if he would possibly understand how it would work. He might be in melee with it. On the inside, we'll have to see how it works.
The reason why I ask is that affects my sneak attack or not.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's sort of numbing.
Okay.
Your little ribbit friend here, and is definitely preoccupied, if that is what you're trying to ask.
Then yes, it does make my sneak attack happen. Dope. I am before you use sneak attack. Okay, so that doesn't matter. I can see if I hit first before I spend the hope.
Correct. Yes.
Then I'ma come over to this other side. Not in front of Rorik, but like I'm gonna try to attack it and hope that creates an opening for somebody to pull Kiku out.
Okay, sounds good.
So here we go.
Roll some damage.
I gotta see if I hit first.
Oh yeah, that would be good too.
Could I, before the results are tallied in, do I see, like, do I see them coming in for, like, their slash?
Yes, you can see it's relatively translucent.
Can I trigger a combo attack to push my tongue out to try and thin the barrier so it's easier to slash?
Ooh.
To open a hole for me to get the hell out.
Ooh. Okay.
May I initiate that combo?
If you have the 3 hope to spare.
I do. I am very hopeful right now.
Oh, well, we need to change that.
Don't worry. I mean, it's look. The hopes dwindled now, but I was very hopeful.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Remember, every time you get fear, he also gets hope. When he
in a weird
fear.
way. In a weird way, yeah. And I'm gonna expend those 2 fear tokens to this roll.
I figured that's what you were doing.
So I will roll.
You roll as well then, and we'll see who has the better.
Please do better.
Okay. Well, I had already tossed the dice in before you initiate the combo roll.
You can keep the roll that you had.
I hope it's better.
But I believe so that's going to be 12 with hope.
12 with hope.
I had an 11 with fear.
So which one would you like to go with?
You tell me. I hope this works, so we're gonna go with hope.
12 with hope. Okay, then can we get a hope to you, back to you, and a 12 hits.
Good. All right.
Okay.
So with that being
let's do some damage.
I would like to expend 2 hope to add what is it? To add 2d6 to my damage for my sneak attack. On top of my 1d6, so a total of 3d6 to my damage roll.
Okay.
So let me get rid of those 2 hope. Pull out 3d6. Oh, please. I gotta grab my kids.
This is the saddest time for me right now.
And a d8.
You're just stuck in a...
My tongue attack does a 1d12 damage. I rolled a 1 on my damage.
Oh, buddy.
The worst. The absolute worst.
Also, just a point, to use the tongue attack with that, it does put another stress on myself as well.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm at 3 stress.
18.
So, and then plus the 1 from Kiku. Yeah.
Oh, 1.
19.
19.
How do we want to do this, right? Yeah, right? No, yeah, right?
Totally.
Just jello it up? No? Okay, alright.
Not at all. I will say that as you put your tongue out and push to give it a little bit of a thinned area for Scratch to cut through, those daggers come awfully close and you retract your tongue so fast. You need to take another point of stress as you are inside this ooze as this happens. However, with a 19, it is a severe, so you are able to cut an area away.
I want to reach in, grab, help, take out.
And that deals 3 hit points worth of damage. As you slice away, there's a moment where you shoo, and you're like, oh man, I got him out. That's it. And you watch it go. And it's gonna form.
No!
Wait, what? were we able to get Kiku out?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's 2 of them now.
Because there's 2 of them now.
It splits.
It splits!
Fire!
Lads, I fucked up.
Melted with fire!
Don't worry, I will move Mr. Big Man away.
I did a bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Great.
Yes, let me move my little guy. Because my little guy is a little closer. Sorry, friends. There we go, like this.
Love that for us.
I love that for you too.
Green don't taste good. Green corrupt. Not good.
No.
Yeah. No.
Can I, like, try and torch one of them?
Absolutely, you can certainly try to.
Yeah, I want to use my torch. I have one, I'm sure. And,
love this.
Yeah, and, yes, and just right into its face. I don't know.
Go ahead and
tell me how you want that to go. Okay.
Okay.
Do I add an agility to it? Because with my longsword or my short bow, I add a +1 agility with my weapons attacks. Since I'm using like a improvised weapon, so to speak here.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So that would be a 12 with fear.
12 with fear. 12 is gonna hit. Are you hitting the one behind you? This one here? Or the one by...
Sure, we'll hit the one behind me.
Okay. Understood.
Does it hit?
It does. I said it hits.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. So what kind of damage do you want me to do?
Okay, let's see here. This is what I was trying to figure out.
I usually do a D8 +4 for my longsword, a D6 +3 for my short bow.
Okay, then I would like you to roll me just a D4 plus your the strength modifier first.
Okay. That would be a 7. I would like to use my my whirlwind ability, spending a hope to roll against every other enemy in that weapon's range.
Okay.
So, well, I said 7 to this guy. So this guy rounded up would take 4.
And the other guy would take 4. Okay.
And I spent a hope to do that.
Yes, you did.
Does fire seem to do anything better? Maybe? Melty,
Give me 2
blurble.
seconds. Please hold.
Okay, holding.
You did how much damage? 7 and 4.
7 to the one behind me and 4 to the one between Tuyet and Kiku.
Excellent. 7. And 4. I love that. Marvelous. It does fire damage something to them, just the way it would do quite a bit to others. It just affects the way it would normally would. It doesn't seem like they're like vulnerable to it or whatnot.
But like, does it seem, I guess we'll find out. If we like cauterize it so it melts rather than splits into another one. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right. This one completely cauterizes just in the sense of, well, bam.
Very nice.
It's gone.
Got you. So it doesn't split into smaller things. Nice. This is Stardew Valley all over again. I'm like, stop it.
Oh, cute. You guys going in the little mines and tapping
back in the skull caverns in the desert,
on
man.
The head. Yeah. You did roll with fear, however.
I did.
So I'm going to try and eat the Kiku again.
No! Not the sweet little ribbit.
Listen, I gotta try.
You could choose not to.
You could go for me
I
instead.
don't want to choose not to.
I'm the one that just hit you.
A tasty ribbit. 16 to hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take
leg of mutton. Literal leg of mutton.
11 points of magical damage. As this one, is it sort of just like swats at you. It tries to like move you closer to it and like into it, but it doesn't seem like it can envelop very well.
That's at the upper range of my major. I'm gonna spend 2 armor slots to bring that back down to a minor.
Okay.
Because hit points and stress are getting high.
I heard it. Okay. Well,
What do you mean you heard it?
Don't heart
heard
that
it.
shit.
You heard it.
Cool.
As it nommed me,
Yes.
a fear, a panic, a very like the normal angsty like energy is just super like ha ha ha, like super like frantic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to cast Rain of Blades.
Ooh.
As I'm gonna like whip around the thing, and there's gonna be that like coalition of like that starlight that's gonna kind of fall, and it's gonna slam down and try and hit this thing. So spell roll.
Go ahead and roll me.
Is it vulnerable by chance?
Let me double check.
Be nice to know.
It is not at the moment.
Sweet. That is a 14 with hope.
14 with hope. 14 is gonna hit.
Okay.
And you may take a hope.
And you will take 5 damage.
Ooh. DC's
and it as it kind of like spins, you see that like flame, and it's somewhere between like a starlight, but then it also kind of looks like the comet that Kiku witnessed with Tako, and it's gonna come and just hit this thing right on top of the head.
Swam. Very nice. As this comet right into our lovely little mini ooze. My poor little baby ooze.
There's no sympathy here for the ooze.
No?
I don't care if it's a baby. I don't care if it's an adult, grandma. No.
Come on.
Matt's our resident ooze hater.
Just a little bit, just a little sneaky little ooze.
I'm the only cute little green thing that's allowed in this stream. I'm sorry. I'm the cute little green thing. No more.
I love it. As as this comet kind of into the ooze, it sort of flattens and like hardens a little bit on the floor, and you guys hear. I'm gonna spend a fear to bring in my buddies. Bringing in my buddies.
More.
Bam. And it's gonna come up right around Rurik.
Yeah, you can try, buddy.
I can try. I know your armor class, and I think I probably succeed. Let's go with a 7.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I love how easy it is to hit you. It's great. It makes me so happy. Take 14 points of magic damage, please. And I believe...
I'll take 5. I'm going to use an armor slot.
Sweet. As you don't get a lot of that, it's going to... And it sort of... Seeing it can't move you towards it, it just decides to move towards you. And kind of gives you a big hug.
Oh, get out, get out, get out, get out. And I'll just start slashing with the axe out in front of me.
I love it. You are enveloped at this point, by the way. So please take 2 stress.
2 stress from being enveloped. Marked.
Please tell me what you're planning on doing here, Rurik.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my hallowed axe. Just start cleaving into this thing. Get off me, get off me, get off me.
Great.
That's a 17 to hit with hope.
Well, wait, just a hard moment here.
If I can't attack, then I can't attack. It is what it is.
You can, but it's at disadvantage, as this is... You're kind of sticky and going a little slower than you'd like to.
So remind me of disadvantage one more time.
Disadvantage is you're going to be rolling... You're rolling the 2 and taking the lower of that number.
And it's the two hopes, so
yes,
this could lower your hope. Yeah.
2 hopes, lower of the hopes plus the fear.
Correct.
Okay. Let's see then. Probably not a hit, actually. Well, these things are maybe easy to hit. An 8 with fear?
I love it. This guy, this big old guy, I think you just found its difficulty. It is an 8.
Okay. We can roll pretty bad into these big guys, at least.
Into the big boys.
And that'll be 5 points of damage. Magical.
5 points of magical damage is a major. You cut into this thing. It's slow going here, and you can't quite get enough of it carved away where you can get out. You also, because it did take some damage, no matter who it's from, you, Rurik, get an additional stress.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
I'm decently stressed.
Good. That makes me happy.
And, Shauna, would you mind reminding me a little bit about stress? What happens when I'm maxed out on my stress?
When you max out on your stress, the next part, the next time you get hit or get any more damage, either stress or hit points, it takes a hit point away from you.
Oh, great. Okay.
No.
I'm halfway to being maxed out on stress.
I'd like
to
changed
not be
it.
any more stressed if possible.
They changed it. They changed that. Now when you max out on stress, you just are what's the word with the thing that he already is? Vulnerable. You just become vulnerable.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, they changed that, but he's already vulnerable, so I don't know what happened in that case. I mean, maybe we'll find out tomorrow when they update the open beta again.
I wonder.
True.
We'll just keep you as vulnerable then. Bam. Very nice. All right. You rolled with hope, did you not?
I rolled with fear on that.
You rolled with fear.
Yeah.
Yay. Hooray!
It was hope at first until I was at disadvantage for being oozed.
Yeah, well, listen. You got oozed.
Hey, you know, it is what it is.
When you get oozed, sometimes things just it's a terrible time. My big boy gonna run up here.
Do we know if Demiplane is up to date?
I don't know.
I know that Demiplane updated like the
Updated
morning.
the
Then it
classes
is.
and things.
Yeah.
It is
It
still
should
the
be
same.
up to
It
date.
is.
Yeah.
It is still the same thing. When you're at max stress, if you take another stress, you still take a hit point.
Yeah.
Then let's do that.
Okay.
I just looked up the rules on
Got you.
Demiplane.
We
Yep.
might as well have more stakes here, right?
I'm looking on Demiplane,
I love it.
and it says
I'm gonna smack.
vulnerable. Whenever you mark
Scratch.
your last stress, you become vulnerable until you either clear one stress or clear the vulnerable condition through other means, such as a spell, ability, or GM. Yeah.
That's weird because under
Weird.
the other rules section on Demiplane, it says when you hit your max stress.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just looking at the rules for marking stress. I don't know.
Well,
It's your guys' call.
we'll make it a GM call today, and then tomorrow
Yep.
I'm sure the rules will be updated.
Yeah.
We'll have a
there you
clear
go.
answer then, yeah.
Yeah, open beta.
Scratch.
Open beta. Yes.
Scratch. I'm wondering if a crit hits you.
Shauna,
Oh, no,
don't
does
be a
it?
shit.
Does it?
I think it does. I think it would, right?
No,
You know?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
No. Okay, well, I'm gonna
yeah, if
say
it's
it.
purely up to scratch, nah.
I'm gonna
definitely
say
not.
it does.
Well, crap baskets.
Is Rurik all up in this thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still all up in this thing, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
16 points of magical damage as it doesn't go to envelop because it's already preoccupied with the nom nom of someone else. It just kind of slams one slimy little oozy hand, I guess, onto your head and just flattens you.
You said how much? 16?
16.
And for clarification, I found the ruling. When your last stress is applied, you become vulnerable. If your stress is maxed and you're forced to take another stress, it's a hit point.
That's
okay, there it is.
That's the nuance.
Yep.
Thank you.
I don't like it because I'm at a high stress.
I think that's the point.
But also
right?
Kiku's at a high stress, so you know.
So that would be a severe for me, because my severe threshold is at 14.
Oh, gross.
Okay.
And I had only 5 armor slots left, which gets
Okay.
me to 10, because my major threshold is 7. So I gotta bring it to 10 to only take
What's your
2 hit
evasion?
points.
What is your
evasion?
Evasion
Is
score?
12.
What is your armor?
What is your armor then?
Leather,
No, but what is the score?
2.
And how much
2.
damage did you take?
16.
16.
And you need to get it below.
7. To get it to...
Yeah.
Or no,
Yeah.
that would get it to minor. If I get it
16.
below 7, it's to minor.
Yes.
To get it below
But
severe.
that'd be to 1. That would get me to only losing 1.
To only losing 1 hit point.
But my armor's done.
Yeah, your armor's
Correct.
trashed.
Is that what we're planning on doing?
I'ma get it to major. And take 2 hit points instead of 3. And save 1 armor slot as a just in case pray.
Okay. I love it.
And am I enveloped?
You're not. You just got slammed kind of onto the ground, basically. It did a wallop that you felt right from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. And you're a cat covered in goo.
Gross.
I'm gonna shake off and in that kind of like kind of not happy, and just if you know the look a cat can give of I am plotting your demise, and it's when you see it when you're least yeah that's the look, and because I have sneak attack ability with friend is in melee, we're gonna go for a stab.
Okay. Roll me some hit point. No, try to hit, please.
Whew, baby, I
Roll
am
2
rolling
hits,
really well on my hope die tonight. I have
Good.
bad feelings about the next time we play. Cause it is 24 with hope.
Yo, 24 is gonna hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And once again, I'm going to spend 2 hope for 2 extra sneak attack die.
Mm-hmm. Dommage.
Alright. So...
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
21 points of damage.
Yo!
21.
Wow.
Yo!
Pretty good. 2
Yo!
5s, a 6, a 2, and a +3.
Holy crowley. Okay.
2 can
Okay,
play at that
fan.
game.
Yeah!
I
Oh
would
my
like.
goodness.
I'd like to shout over right next to me to Tuyet and say, I take this side, you take this side. And I would like to, if she is willing, initiate a tag team with Tuyet.
You're gonna want to know what happens first.
Okay, understood.
Just to let you know.
Okay.
Our big boy gets sliced into. Rurik, you feel a knife sort of catch on your armor for a second and pull you as it pulls you out of our big ooze. And
come here, lad.
Two of our little guys,
little oozes again,
are back. Blam. But wait, hold on. Jija? He not dead yet. Please hold. There you go.
Gotta fix that.
And I gotta bring the other guy up.
Okay.
France. Dun dun dun. And he not dead yet either. Just kidding. Just kidding. There you go. They're so ready to fight you. Yes. Now, please, Tenzin. Now that you've seen what has gone on here.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
You take that one. I take this one.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. Can we tag team these mothers and just like run and jump and are you on my shoulder or are you like to the side of me or?
Nope, she's been on your shoulder.
I love it. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to leap up over my friends here, pew, 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 and go to like land roughly here-ish.
Boom,
and
yeah.
as we're both in the air, if Tuyet wants to stay on my shoulder, she can. If she wants to like go into flight, she can. But we do this cool little flippy thing, and then both bring. She has her bow. I bring my bow out and go pew pew pew. So she's welcome to do the same or whatever else she wants to do.
There'll be like a half-second hover, and then she'll plan on.
I love it.
Staying
like,
with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dual short bows, looking pretty sick up there.
First off, Tenzin, do you have the 3 hope to initiate this tag team?
Absolutely do.
Great.
I'll use my action tracker.
Then can I please get Tenzin and Tuyet to roll for an attack? You notice that these little oozy guys, they move a little quicker than, our big boy, for sure.
That is a 20 on fear.
And
I got that's a 14 with hope. So
which one would you like to use?
I think the 20 with fear is the way to go.
That's up to you two. Yeah, you want to go 20 with fear?
Yeah, I think so. Because I don't know if 14 hits. Does 14 hit?
I can't tell you that.
You can't tell me that. I'd rather go with higher.
What hit the small ones earlier? Like super high rolls, right?
Yeah, they were all super high.
Yeah. It's your call.
Let's go with the fear.
My rain of blades, which was hit the small guy, was a 14.
14.
But
all right,
well, it was a 14. Right. I don't know if it's gonna be the same thing or not, but it's
okay. Well,
it was a little guy.
Let's go with hope.
Okay,
let's go with it.
Let's do the 14 with hope.
Okay. You gain hope no matter if this works or not.
Okay.
Do we both gain it?
Do we both gain it?
I believe you both do.
Cool.
So. Yes.
Awesome.
I love it. As you guys go up into the air to hit your target here, are you hitting the same target? Because you're tag teaming.
Right, but we were originally gonna hit the big one. It's like, okay, I'll take this one, you take this one, but I don't know if the tag team.
So you want to split it?
I think so.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I am going to also, just so you know, I'm spinning the hope to do Ranger's Focus on this creature as I'm doing this. So just so you know, 'cause I always forget I have that.
And both draw at the same time. The arrows sink in. A 14 hits.
Sweet.
Go ahead and roll some damage, friends.
All right.
Okay.
And we use both damage. Is that the way it works, or are you splitting it up? She does damage for hers. I do damage for mine.
I could split it up since you guys you're hitting 2 targets.
Okay. Woohoo! I rolled the highest on my die. That is a 9 physical damage with my short bow on the one below me.
9.
So let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
And then I rolled a 7 on the damage, but because I'm using Ranger's Focus, all damage rolls we make against them also deal a stress.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And then Issa's gonna go right after as this, like, as a combo into it, if I can.
Yeah, go ahead and have Issa go.
Sorry, she gets my features as well, so I have to know. Okay. Issa rolls a 19 with fear.
Okay, yes.
And let me see. So her attack also does a stress.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's 5 damage.
5 damage.
How's that feel, Shauna?
As a rain of arrows come in.
Oh, wait. It's got to be more because it uses my proficiency plus their damage dice. So 6 damage. So
6 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. A rain of arrows comes in, and I think if you'll allow me, I think that there's a moment of, like, as soon as where those arrows head, at least with yours, Tuyet, where it sinks in, she moves in and slices around that just to add more fire into what will be, into this wound. And we watch both of these little guys.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Are there any more? Or is that it?
Can you roll me an instinct roll, please?
Heck yeah, I'd love to roll you instinct.
Truett is immediately looking around. She can have advantage.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with hope.
12 with hope. There doesn't seem to be anything else moving within this area.
Oh, nice.
Scratch just looks around and is like, right, are we done? Are we done? Because it seems like every day I go out with you lot, I end up covered in crap.
I think it would be wise if we moved now.
I agree.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah. Need a bath. Grumble, 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 walk away.
Sticky cat.
I'm sticky! I like being sticky! He's so not happy.
As you guys move through the rest of this area, through this cavern, you pay close attention to where these mists seem to reside. And
I still want to keep the same trick.
Yes, I love that you're like
land fishing. This is land fishing. I'm miss fishing. I'm miss fishing.
Yeah.
Don't want me. I'm just miss fishing.
And
just gonna pull up out of the mists.
You kind of
apparently ooze.
You kind of throw the light relatively in the area, but far enough away from where you want to go, so that you can walk around it and have that mist begin to form. And just as it begins to kind of move onto or around the torch that you have, you can reel it in and toss it again. It takes you guys the better half of the day to move through and traverse these parts of the caverns. There are moments that seem relatively steep that you have to move down, that Tenzin does with ease. A few of you have a little bit more of a harder time, but it then picks back up and moves to where you feel like you're coming up and out and away from an area of this cavern, and the tunnels itself begin to sort of widen even more than they were before. Less and less of these mush caps can be seen, and it takes a bit of time, but after a while there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
This is it.
I thought we'd never make it. That's a lie. I had complete confidence in us. It's like an expression.
I thought your community never lied.
Lie is a bad word for it. You're right. It's like a phrase of speech, an over exaggeration.
I am familiar with such language. I am teasing you, my friend.
I see. Carry on.
Scratch absolutely in the background is having an existential crisis.
Just mumbling to himself.
As Rorik charges forward, Kiku's like on his heels, like outside, light,
please,
light,
outside.
light.
As you guys move out and away from this area, you pull up and out of the cavern. It almost feels like you're coming out of a massive burrow hole rather than like a cavern. It feels like you're more coming up and out of the ground than being up ground level and having a portion above you like the entrance was. And as you move up and away and out of the crystal hollow, you're met with a completely different environment altogether. A beautiful, lush green area resides here. The trees that had been within the wilds before, that sat in a beautiful autumn color, stay almost evergreen in this area. They are not evergreens. They are deciduous, but they are almost like still within their full bloom. There are a massive amount of ground cover and clover and wildflowers that begin to pop up in spots of purple and magenta and blue. The trees grow higher than you could imagine, and the canopy begins to kind of crest over so that only dappled sunlight hits into your path here. But the path is before you, a lush clover that moves through an area, and up forward ahead of you, what seems to be a hedge.
Beautiful, wow.
Where we want to go, is it not?
As far as I know, yeah.
We've made it.
I think so, but I don't know what the polite protocols are. It's not like there's a door for us to knock on. How do you knock on a hedge?
Oh, like this?
Or you simply ask it to separate and allow you in?
Tuyet can speak to plants. I think that is wise.
So can everyone else. It's just you do not listen for them to respond.
Hello, you letting me in now? Let's shake it a little bit.
Oh, you move up towards this hedge, and as you grab a hold of parts of it,
oh boy,
it grabs a hold of you back and begins to like squeeze and constrict around your arm. It's not pulling you in like the ooze did,
yeah, it's
but it is holding you
yeah,
in place.
See, green. All right. The green is bad green. No,
I'm gonna walk up.
If I could just have my hand back.
I'm going to walk up to the hedge, and I'm going to speak to it the way I did the mud spirit. Greetings. We are here to treat with the druids to ask, glancing over at Rorik as he's getting strangled. druids to ask for their help in eliminating the corruption that is plaguing the living creatures of this region. We were told that they could help us. Would you let us in so we may speak with them? My friend, he means no harm. He is eager. He does not wish to insult.
Tenzin, can you roll me a presence roll?
Yeah, I'm so good at those.
Let's go.
-1, baby!
Oh boy.
That's the goodies right there.
Okay. That's a 17 with hope.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
17 with hope.
Yeah, a 12 and a 6. 17 with hope.
Okay.
And with my -1. Not too bad.
Okay. That's not too bad. A 17 with hope. You take the hope. And as you speak to this hedge, it says nothing back to you. But a sort of vine moves out in your direction and just kind of hovers there.
I will put my hand upon the vine, like with a gentle, almost like a handshake grasp sort of grip.
It sort of winds around your fingers and your wrist
I
the
let
way pea pods or trellis growers hold on to things. It grabs a hold and around your hand. It doesn't hurt you in any way.
I steady my breath and I let it do whatever it does.
As you pause for a moment, Tenzin, you feel a yank, and Tenzin's gone in the hedge.
Ah!
I'm still attached to the vine.
You're still attached and all like constricted around.
Hey, buddy, how'd you do that?
Can I hear him? Can he hear me?
You can hear each other, yes.
Just be kind and ask it to let you in.
Can I come on in?
Rook, can you give me a presence check, please?
Oh boy.
Am I in the hedge or am I on the other
You're
side of the hedge?
I'm
in the hedge. All right.
17 with fear. You feel that yank. Rurik is out and away. Rurik, please take 3 points of physical damage as you feel brush and bramble is throwing you and pulling you through the hedge.
Ow, that's a big stick in my eye. Ow.
Well, you shook it.
Perhaps I will ask first. And she's gonna walk up and just hold her, just kind of not actually fully touch, but just run her hand across it. Is there another way into the druid circle, or do we pass through you?
Can you roll me a presence check, please?
She is trying to use her nature's tongue as well.
Oh, then you can use your spellcasting then instead.
Okay. That is a 20 with hope.
20 with hope. I think there's a moment where you sit after asking this question and get quiet. And you hear the hedge speak back to you. What is the name of the circle of which you seek?
I am scrolling in my notes. Give me a second. She'll just smile lightly and circle the Siren Horizon. We seek help with the
illness, the corruption that plagues our land.
And she kind of gestures behind her to the others.
You hear a voice back. What you seek is within. And just a little ways off, the hedge opens and parts and gives an archway for you to walk through.
Is it possible you could send our friends through as well? They did not understand what you were trying to tell them.
Very well. And Tenzin and Rurik, I think you feel that yank, and you just get thrown out of the hedge on the other side.
Toots will,
thank you.
will
Oh,
flutter-
jeez, those
flutter
sticks are
over,
pokey.
Help both of them up, with her tiny little frame.
Perhaps you need to work on the listening. They wanted to know the name of the druids.
Oh. I look back up at the hedge. I am sorry, I did not understand you. I am from a place where there is more stone and snow than vegetation. Please forgive me for not speaking your dialect. I will learn. And I'm gonna lean over to
just be a
Tuyet.
little easy on the thorns and I'll be alright too.
Tuyet, can you teach me how to listen to plants? I would like to start learning, maybe, during our rests.
We can try. I think it would have worked for you. They just were testing to see your intent.
I think that is wise. And I'd speak back to the hedge. Any good warrior and guardian of their community would do the same, as I would with mine.
Scratch and Kiku, this archway has opened to you.
Good green thing. Thank you. I'm so confused. Green bad, green good, this, that. Okay. Thank you. Has like a little like bow thing.
You walk through?
Yeah. Kind of like hurriedly, like of the fear that it's gonna like close in on me like it did like Rorik, just like
Yes. You make it in through the archway unscathed.
Scratch is gonna look up at the archway and just kind of thank you kindly. Much appreciated. Please don't kill me and scratch out the eyeballs, and kind of scurry and that scratch out the eyeballs. And
you move through this
I
hedge
am
and you
done
can
with
feel,
the weirdness. I need a bath. I'm over it. Let's
you
go.
can feel the hedge beginning to close right behind you, Scratch. You kind of pull your tail in a little bit as it closes behind you. You guys move into this grove section. Beautiful bits of sunlight begin to move and fall within this area, and you see up ahead some form of like blue iridescent twinkling that begins to flit and flutter and fly towards you, and you look at what seems like quite a few of these little small-ish creatures flying in your direction. And as you feel a sense of relief for a moment, as perhaps these iridescents could be greeting you, what you meet is quite a few flicker flies that turn, look at each other, hum, and are on guard.
Oh.
And that is where we're going to end for our session tonight. No downtime for you guys.
So
right
into another fight.
Right
is it safe
into
to say
another fight.
that up ahead in the distance we saw some shimmering light? I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, no.
I love you.
All right.
We gotta wait
Making yourself a
2
note really
weeks.
fast.
No game next week.
Yes.
Right.
No game next session. So next Monday
next
we will
week,
not be playing. So you'll have to tune back in the Monday after
the 20th
out
May
how
20th.
we're gonna deal May 20th with how we're gonna deal with these flicker flies. And you guys are so close. You're actually in the grove to right before meeting these druids. Will this band of characters be able to finally meet and get help and aid from these druids? I guess we're gonna find out next time we play. And until next time, stay mythic out there, geeks, and thanks for coming.